Hello friends and family and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna work a little bit with the Japanese black pines and talk a little bit about my experience with this species. Right now my black pines are budding up like crazy, and this is very fast. This is like 1 week of growth and they will be huge. Anyway, I bought these plants as 2 or 3 year old seedlings 6 years ago, so 7 or 8 years old now. I bought 5 of them. I planted 3 of them out in my garden as Niwaki trees. And I have kept these ones protected in the greenhouse in winter and on the bonsai bench in the summer. There were no sources saying that these trees are hardy to my area, so these ones is grown as a backup for the other 3 outdoors, which I will show you soon. Anyway, I see a lot of people buying these Japanese black pine seeds in bonsai grow kits in the Christmas holiday. And yeah, it's I don't know. This is 7 or 8 years from seed, and they are still pencil thick, and they are grown in huge containers. Sowing seeds in small bonsai pots, yeah, it will take more than a lifetime to get them to become a bonsai. So I guess that those spectacular specimens that can be seen on bonsai shows from time to time has been grown in the ground for quite a bit and are very old. I don't have the patience to wait for these ones to become a great bonsai. So now that I have grown Japanese black pine up in my garden outdoors for 6 years, I'm quite confident that I can put these trees outdoors as well. I will put them in the ground, grow them further, and maybe it ends up as a bonsai when I dig them up in a few years, or maybe they just stay in the garden as a small Niwaki tree. Anyway, let's go outdoors and look at the ground grown specimens. So here's a view of the outdoor grown black pines. They are budding up also this time of the year. However, it seems like they are a little bit after the protected ones from the greenhouse and have a lot of more buds, which is a good sign. So basically this is just stakes that I have used to get the basic shape of the forest, and for this time I'm gonna remove it all and see what stakes I need going forward. I have used bonsai wire to tie them together because basically, yeah, I have that and not that fancy special cord for Niwaki. So here's a view of the forest, all cleaned up and all stakes gone. We're gonna go through it a little bit and do some pruning. I want the basic branch placing to be correct on the middle part of the tree. Lower branches I want to keep to thicken up the base. And obviously let the top grow because they need to be a little bit higher than they are today. However, There's a few branches that comes out of the trunk down below the soil, and that ones I don't really have any use for, so I'm gonna remove them. A little bit more of dead needles. The needles stay on the pine for 2 years, so dying needles is natural. I think I'm gonna remove this one as well, like so. Up here is a huge one. It may actually be a new tree in the future. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna remove it. Like so. So here's a view of the central tree. The first branch down here will probably don't be needed. However, I keep it there to grow a really nice base in the future. The next set of branches is in the out curve of the bend, which is excellent. Up here is another branch coming out from an out curve, and up here I have actually removed the central leader at one point to get quite a drastic bend, and here we have the two branches coming out to the left, and I'm sure I just want to have one of them. So I guess the one going to the front is the one I want to use, because yeah, in the back makes no difference. So yeah, I'm gonna remove that one. Let's do this. Like so. That looks much better. I will correct the bend a little bit when I stake it up. So going up, there's one potential new leader with a very, very tight bend. Yes, it could possibly be quite cool in the future, but I'm not totally sure. So I look for the next one up here. Actually, I think that maybe just bending it back and remove a few of those branches down there is the way to go. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna try that. So keeping the leader like this, gonna keep two branches on the outside, just to have something to choose from, and I will remove this one and this one. Something like this. It's gonna be cool. Right here, the two branches have really heavy, long new growth that interferes with the other pines. I'm gonna cut the leader for those two, like so. So basically that's the thought process behind it, pretty similar to bonsai, I would say. I will investigate the other two and cut as appropriate and get back to you. So here's a view of the foliage I have removed. And here is a view of the forests as it looks for now. So I'm quite happy about that. I don't need to remove more for now. These trees will have a lot of time in development going forward. But at least I have prepared good for staking them up for a continuation of the development of the shape of the tree. But before I do that, I will use my GMS spruce resin grafting wax and seal all the wounds. So let's take the first front tree as an example. I want this a little bit 90-degree angle to go a little bit up. So I want a stake going in that direction. And I want another one who put the leader back on itself. So yeah, gonna start with the branch angle. And I look for something like this and push it down. It should be very solid in the ground. So the branch here, maybe actually I want it a little bit lower. Yeah, I think we have it there. Something like that. And I tend to stabilize, if possible, with one. Let's take it on the back side, close to the tree. Like this. And another one that way. Yeah, something like this. And just tie it together. So I use small pieces of very heavy wire. This will hold the stakes together, no problem. And as we go up, I can use even smaller pieces to twist it together. In the best of situation, one can put the knots on the back side. But I don't worry too much about that. This is a very steady support. So I'm just gonna bend the tree and tie it into the stake. So on the tree, I don't really wire it like tying it together to get bite marks. It's just loosely fitted to guide the tree in its place. And I'm gonna push it back like this and put this one around here a little bit longer in, so it got chance to grow upwards like this. Yeah, not too bad. You may notice that this first tree is a little bit two-dimensional still. I'm gonna show you the next tree and explain how we avoid two-dimensional and aim for three-dimensional. So basically in this tree I staked it first to the left and then to the front. And next work is to make it come back on itself. So here's a view of the finished design of my three Niwaki trees. All I need to do now is to get the other two trees into the ground. I guess you have seen planting videos before, so let's do a time jump. So I have added the last two trees. I have added a little bit more gravel to drain it a little bit better. The soil was really full of healthy black pine roots, so it looks really good. So the upcoming season I will leave the big trees to fully extend their candles. the small trees which has just been moved without any intervention, I will go for decantling come midsummer. So I'm really happy about how it turned out. Yeah, it's a slow process, and for that very perfect Niwaki trees will take some 20 years. However, if you want to see how these trees develop and haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. That's all I have for you today, folks. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, stay safe. Bye!